What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, as you probably know already, we're going to be building the Unraidable turret tower, or at least if somebody does decide to raid the turret tower, it's going to take them a long time, several stegos, brontos, whatever, to try to break through to the core. It's going to be a very tough tower to raid. We are on the Nerd Raid Ragnarok no clip season, so this is utilizing no clip to its fullest. As you can see, some of the foundations there are sunk into the ground because of the uneven terrain where we're building at. But as you see, we're starting with a basic 3x3 box here with a 1x1 box in the middle, and that's where we're going to plop down the generator is in that 1x1 box. And then I've got a 3 foundation tunnel coming out of one side. Now this is to extra reinforce the entrance. You don't really need a 3x3 tunnel. We actually might remove some of that because I was just playing around with it. But I kind of like it, so we might leave it. But I don't know. Something we shall find out in the future. So without further ado, let's get started. As I said, we're going to be utilizing the no clip that we're using this season to its absolute fullest potential. So I think we'll start here in a corner. We'll show you what we're going to do. This we ran into this when we raided a base. So I was like, hey, that was pretty effective. Let's try to use it in one of our builds. I don't really want to put it on our base because it's a little too herpes for that. But I figured it'd be fun to kind of more or less to show you guys how to do it. We'll do it. It's not my favorite method. It's kind of cheeky. It's more or less if you're not very good at defending a base, if you're not good at PvP, this is going to be your saving grace, because it's going to make it even experienced raiders are going to have a hard time raiding this just because of how hard it is to break through this wall. So basically what you do is you make, as you saw, I put the walls down first. So here, we'll show you on this one. You make a little 1x box with walls. That's all you have to do. And then you can just snap a ramp on each wall like so. It doesn't really matter which snap point you get, but just snap a ramp on each wall and then plop turrets in the middle. And then you just plop a ceiling on top and voila. Now to get through that wall, because of how Arc physics works, or to get through this 1x1 foundation, you have to break the wall, then you have to break at least 2 of the ramps, most likely 3 depending on how your splash damage works, and then the pillar, and then the foundation. That's how hard it is to break through these. So that's why we're going to kind of use them for this turret tower. It takes, as we found out, it took us like 3 stegos to get through a single foundation wall when it was just a wall, but when it was incorporated into the base with other stuff around, it was actually a lot harder. And this has other stuff around it, so it should be harder. The weakest point we found for this particular base was the doors. Now, we didn't actually get to attack the doors because they were defended from the other side, but as you see here, you can't do that, otherwise it'll block a door. So I've come up with a way to kind of get it somewhat defended. It won't be as defended, but it'll be thick. And that's kind of where I said I'm going to put my own twist on this. So we're going to keep going here. As I said, this thoroughly utilizes the no clip. But we're going to go and show you. Let's get this one box done, and then I'll show you what we're going to do for the doors, and how I plan to strengthen those up a bit. If we can get this wall down. There it is. And then let's just plop. Alright, so for the doors, I had an idea. Now we're using no clip, so I could actually just fill this generator with a lot of gas. I don't know why I just ate so many of those cakes. But instead, I think I decided I want to leave it accessible so I can get to the generator to put gas in it or turn it off if for some reason I need to turn it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our 1x1 box with walls, and we're going to use doors instead. Let's jump on in here. Maybe. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're still going to use our ramps, but we're not going to do 4 ramps. We're only going to do 1 and 2. So I actually want to try this. I don't know if we can do that in here and still have the generator be accessible. Woo-oh. We fell in the box. We don't have a grapple on us. That's okay. We'll walk right out. So we're gonna experiment here and see what we can come up with. My hope is that I can put these down and still access the generator. Now, if you're playing on a server without tech or without wireless generators from Automated Arc, you would want to put your, okay, we can still access it. Okay, so we can leave those there. You want to put your generator here and go ahead and run your wire straight up with outlets all along it, just as high as you want to make your tower. Because you can make this tower any height you want. I'm not going to go super high, but I'm going to go decent height. So go ahead and run your wires before you do anything else. I wonder how many of these I can actually get on here before we can't access the generator. I only need to access the generator from one side. So the more ramps you have, pretty much the more secure. Alright, so we can still access it. So basically like that. And I think a regular generator is pretty much going to have the same access points, so you can surround it with a 3 like that. And then you just want to plop a ceiling on there, and you should be able to, voila, access your generator's inventory. And shut the door. So voila, your generator is safe in a box. What we're going to do on the way out here, you're like, okay, that's cool, but how do you get in? So let's go ahead and finish it on up. We're going to do the same thing out this entire entryway. Now, another thing you can do, if this is on your base, or if you really want to defend your turret tower, you can do more than one layer of these as you go around. So you could just make buffer and buffer layer. Like I said, it makes even experienced raiders have a rough time raiding your base, because this is kind of like doing the tin wall thick foundation building on like a vanilla server, where you can actually snap back walls back, except this is a little less time consuming. As you can see how fast I'm flying through this, a little less time consuming to build. All right, so we just snapped our 2 there. Let's snap our ceilings on top like so. Maybe if I can get out, there we go. We're gonna snap our ceilings on top, and then voila, we got our door here. Then all you have to do is crouch, walk in, and you can shut the doors behind you if you need to. But you can walk crouched all the way down this hallway, straight to your generator, and then the weakest point now is on top. So we're going to put another layer of this on top of this to kind of protect the top of it. And I thought about maybe, I haven't decided yet, but I might do another layer out here on the sides as well, because this is definitely our weakest point. If they blew that one ceiling they're in, they could walk in just blowing the doors to the generator. So that would be a quick way to get the generator down. Now, we'll have other generators in the area, but if you're not playing with the wireless generators, that's a big weakness for you. So I think what I want to do is put foundations on each side and like box it up and over. That way they have to blow through this door and then make their way through. I mean, this door is going to be your weakest part, so you're going to want to have plenty of turrets right here and do everything you possibly can do to defend it. And if I can think of anything to defend it better before the video's over, we'll build it, and we'll see. But for now, we're going to keep building our box around here, and we'll go ahead and montage this boring stuff. It's pretty much standing over. Like I said, you make your 1x1 box, ramps along the side, ceiling on top, voila, and pillar in the middle, and what number? Ceiling on top, and voila, you have your box. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out of the video, and we will see you back as soon as we get the little box done here. All right, we're back. Now we've got the 1 foundation thick, like super wall, I'm gonna call it here. 1 foundation thick super wall, completely surrounding the generator now in a cube, also 1 high. And I was gonna stop there, but since we have this little ledge I'm standing over, you can just like whoop, hop up here, and you can start C4ing the good part of the tower. I think I'm gonna go 1 higher, just so if they do have to get on top, they at least have to grapple up. They have to work for it. So we're gonna go 1 higher with the super wall before we start going the 1 pillar up the middle, which will be the actual turret tower itself. And I think that's going to be more than enough. If you're on a flat surface with no ridges or anything around it, you could stop right here and just go up in the middle, unless you really wanted a 3x3 tower all the way up for your turrets. At this point, I would stop and do that. But we're going to do one more for the simple fact that we're not really well protected there, and we're not super protected here, because I actually had to not put all the reinforcements on this layer because they would go down on that layer, and then I couldn't get in there to get to the generator. So we're going to go 1 layer higher here, 1 layer higher here, and I think I'm going to go on the sides here to kind of protect the door, because the door right now is definitely the weak part. You have to blow through less to get in through the door. So we're going to make this tower, I'm going a little overboard on this tower, but it's more or less to show you guys how to build it and how defensible it could be. So I'm going to get another layer put around this thing, and we'll be RBs as soon as I do. Alright guys, we are back. So we've got all of our hatch frames put on. We've got a tower. I'll probably end up making it taller, but for now that's I think all the walls we had, but I'll have to get some more crafting or see if we have any more. But I'll probably make it taller, but that's what I got for now. I went every 3 walls for a hatch frame. I just kind of randomly put some hatch frames down here, and we're gonna have to get some turrets to put on. And I think what I've decided to do, since we're on Nerdbraid server, we have the building helper. We can pick up structures. I've filled the generator with gas, so I don't think I have any more pillars on me. No, I don't have any pillars on me, but I think I'm gonna go through here since we can pick them back up. If I can get all the way in. All right, make sure. Yes, we filled generator with gas. I think I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna put the pillars down where they go here. In each door, that way there's one pillar inside of each door to kind of reinforce it a little bit more. I don't think I'm going to put the ramps, although I could. I might. I think I'm going to put the pillars. And if you don't have a builder helper or S plus picking up thing, whatever they're called, I forget. You could always just put the metal ones there, and it's only 5 with what we did. You could just keep breaking them if you need to put more gas in a generator. But it will add a little extra, an extra 5 C4 it would take to get in. Assuming they go in through the door. So I hope you guys like this. So far, we're going to get some turrets crafted up. We're going to get some turrets put on it. And then it'll be pretty much the most unraidable turret tower I can think about raiding. I'm probably going to put some fence foundations around it to keep first anti-stego walking. We've got plant species. And we're going to do everything we can to keep this tower from being destroyed easily. So we RBs with some turrets. Alright guys, we have finished the tower. It looks pretty sweet. Let me put a crossbow away so you guys can actually see. Let's take the shield off as well. Alright, so I went up that high. Like I said, I'll probably end up going high, but for the resources it's just taking, as the highs we're going for right now. But it looks pretty freaking deadly. With how I offset the hatch frames, it makes it look pretty cool. But I ended up just no real rhyme or reason around the bottom here. Just put hatch frames on and threw some turrets on them. There's a bunch of turrets on each corner of each hatch frame going up. And then, I don't know if you could tell in the tunnel, but instead of putting a pillar down each one, we actually put a turret in each one. So if you open the door, you're going to get blasted by a turret. And there's 5 doors, so 5 turrets going back as they blast their way through. If they go through there, they'll have to blast their way through the turrets. So if we have to go in and put more gas in the generator, all we have to do is pick up the turrets, pick up the bag, pick up the turret, pick up the bag. Because that's something you can do on if you don't have automated arc or something with like a pickup remote, because you can pick up vanilla turrets without the use of a remote. So you can do that. That's why I kind of went with it. It's something anybody can do. I'm going to put some more turrets up around this side of the ramp, but I felt this was the weakest area in our base right here, because you could like drop a stego there by the elevator and just walk it straight up. And there would be quite a few turrets shooting you, but I feel like it was a weak point in our base, and I don't like having weak points. So we fixed it with the mega awesome unraidable, and let's turn the interface off, turret tower. Nothing's unraidable, but this will be one heck of a turret tower to try to break down, because even if you want to get the pillar down and you got in right up here, right on the point where it connects, you have to break a wall and 4 ramps before you can damage the pillar. You actually have to break the ramps before the pillar will take damage. So you have to break 5 structures before you get to the pillar, which is the 6th structure, and even then you have to break the other 3 walls to make the whole tower fall. So you have to actually break all, what is it, 4, 5, 9 structures? You have to break all 9 structures for the tower to fall while getting shot with all these turrets. So it's a pretty dang well defended, and that's if you get right. That's 9 structures if you manage to get right there on that one. You got to break the 4 walls, 4 ramps, and the pillar. But down here it's even more than that, because you got to break all the way through. So it's a very well defended turret tower. If you drop a stego on top and try to bomb the first top part, you're only going to break the ceiling. Then you got the 4 ramps, the pillar, and the 4 walls to break before you even get down to the next one to try to break. You'll break the top layer of hatch frames, but you won't break the next layer of hatch frames. So either ground or air assault, this thing is extremely well defended. So I'm probably going to put a few of these up around the base on this path up, most likely. And I'm probably going to utilize this design for the rest of the no-clip season, because it's super hard to attack. As you guys saw if you watched the Nerdbraid channel, when we tried to attack the Southwest Alliance, all their bases are built like this, and it's super cheeky. I saw it in Nick's video that they got this design for their bases from some other YouTubers videos. I don't know who it was. Credit where credit's due to him or her, but I don't remember who it was, and I couldn't find anything. So, but we used the design. It's a very good design if you're using no-clip. It's the worst kind of herpes, and requires absolutely no player defense. This is a structure that can handle itself, which is kind of what you need in a turret tower. So I hope you guys did enjoy this build. It took me the better part of 4 hours to build, but I think it was worth it. It definitely adds the intimidation factor, let alone actually being hard to raid, not just look intimidating. So we're going to put some more turrets down, do some more base stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this Tribe Life video, and stay tuned, guys, to the series. We're going to have a Tribe Life video out every day, or at least try to get one out every day, with the exception of maybe Purge days, because raiding is a little harder to make a Tribe Life video because everything is a Nyx video. But we may be doing some raid stuff as well. But if you guys did enjoy the content, be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for future content, and we will catch you in the next video. Laters.